Trigger warning. This video discusses a mature content matter and mentions sexual assault. If you are not comfortable with the subject matter, please turn off the video.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
A famous Qari, reciter of the Quran by the name of Fatih Seferagic, who is a student of Noman Ali Khan, has been involved in multiple sexual abuse allegations. The report done by Muslim organization FACE has released claims that Fatih gave illegal mind-altering drugs to at least 3 victims and then raped them. He also raped 3 other victims. It claims that they became aware of a public outcry regarding multiple serious allegations and were contacted by community leaders from Kuwait, where he was living, seeking assistance on how to proceed. They then sent a letter to the Ministry of Awqaf in Kuwait, and Fatih soon left Kuwait shortly afterwards. So let's get into what I have to say about this. I'm Abdullah Samir, your friendly ex-Muslim. I'm a former Muslim, now atheist, who creates content on the topic of Islam. If you like this topic, do subscribe to keep up with new content. Why make this video? To raise awareness and to demand that Fatih is fired from any position of leadership where he has no ability to do this again. The public needs to know who this guy is and to deal with it right away. So who is Fatih? Before I get into who Fatih is, we need to talk about what needs to be done because it's more important. The report states that anyone that was assaulted by him should be tested for STDs, in particular HPV-16. This guy was not just raping women, but giving them STDs. Fatih should not be employed in any facility as a reciter, a religious leader, or a community leader, nor should he obtain employment where he would have access to women or vulnerable individuals. Any institution hosting or contracting with Fatih must be aware that they may be held liable if a victim escalates Fatih's abuse to legal authorities. Former affiliations of Fatih, such as Bayina, need to publicly endorse these findings and state that Fatih is not fit to hold any leadership position.
But I think some of these leaders don't, really have the wherewithal or don't believe in our process, or some of them believe in the process but don't want the backlash that comes with it. So we've got a long way to go as a community in how we show up and how we, try to put emphasis on these issues. But over time, I hope that will change. Maybe we'll see some more. But I was honestly really proud of Muslim Aid and Human Appeal. They did great jobs in Muslim Aid USA immediately. When the public outcry came, they immediately issued a report and a statement and said that they had cut ties with him, etc., etc.
Masajid and institutions are recommended to take down the content of Fatih from all social media platforms. Masjids and organizations need to implement a code of conduct, sexual harassment policy, and Bill of Rights, have mandatory annual training on sexual harassment and prevention, and child abuse prevention and reporting. So now that we have that out of the way, who is Fatih? He appears to be a man who looks like an angel, reads Quran extremely beautifully, but is actually a devil. He's also posted that he's married and has a child. We should note that what he did would not be allowed under Islam. He could have legally as in under Islam, bought slave girls and had sex with them, and that would have been okay. But what he did here was not allowed under Islam. So let's not misrepresent and say he was being a good Muslim. The bio on his official site says, Fatih started memorizing Quran at the age of 9 at a full-time hifz program. He completed the Quran at the age of 13. He then furthered his Quranic studies for 2 more years, learning how to teach and read in different ways from his teachers. After completing the hifz program, Fatih traveled to Dallas, Texas, where he studied Arabic in the Bayina Dream program with Noman Ali Khan for 10 months. This is where he truly learned to love the Quran. After completing the program, Fatih began teaching Quran himself and traveling the world to speak to youth and adults alike. He currently lives in Indiana, where he started his own Quran program for kids to learn how to read and memorize the Quran. So he's not just a Qari, someone who reads the Quran, but he's a Hafiz, someone who has memorized the entire Quran. He's also a teacher. He's also someone that leads the prayer at various mosques. He's a graduate of Noman Ali Khan's Bayina, and he has several photos posted with lead professor Wissam Sharif. His social media channels include YouTube with 779,000 subscribers, Twitter with 149,000 followers, Facebook with 1.8 million followers, Instagram with 1.9 million followers. So he's a popular guy. I'm hoping that Wissam or Noman Ali Khan are going to publicly condemn Fatih after what he did. What are the blessings of reading and memorizing the Quran? Shouldn't someone this close to Allah, blessed with protecting his holy book, because that's what Hafiz means, to protect, should be someone with better character than to do this? A man that's already married and has kids. The Prophet said, such a person who recites the Quran and masters it by heart will be with the noble righteous scribes, the angels in heaven. And such a person exerts himself to learn the Quran by heart and recites it with great difficulty will have a double reward. The Messenger of Allah said, Allah has his own people among mankind. They said, O Messenger of Allah, who are they? He said, the people of the Quran, the people of Allah, and those who are closest with him. All of these blessings did not prevent him from allegedly becoming a rapist and also a thief. He's also alleged to have cheated people by borrowing money from them and not repaying it, as well as taking money to teach Quran and not actually teaching it. What a fraud he is. He also has a Patreon where, get this, he has payment levels going up to $1,000 a month. That's right. He's asking people to support him in making Quran videos anywhere from $5 to $1,000 a month. I've never seen a membership on Patreon that goes that high. This is just crazy. So let's look at the report's recommendations. First of all, who made this report? An organization called FACE. FACE stands for Facing Abuse in Community Environments. The website states, members of the Muslim community are collectively coming to terms with the fact that among the people who are serving as leaders, including clergy, teachers, and religious scholars, are those that abuse their positions of power and violate their ethical responsibilities. So it's amazing that the members of the Muslim community are taking matters seriously and to deal with the criminals in their midst. People in positions of power who act like angels but are actually devils. Let's make sure that this information gets to the people that need to know that this dangerous individual needs to be dealt with and he needs to be taken away from his position of power. Please like this video if you got this far and subscribe to stay tuned for more such Islamic content. This is your friendly ex-Muslim Abdullah Samir signing out.